some cameras being off over on the East Coast and of the United States. I'm not sure why. I don't think they call them FCC cameras. Not sure, but it's kind of makes you wonder. Some people are kind of nervous about it. I don't know if that means something. So somehow the cameras are shut off, and I'm worried about things happening because and the president being over there in Israel, and everything. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Just have to pray. Be safe. Anyways, last night I had a dream where I guess it felt like I had superpowers, like where you could walk through walls or like a flash of light or something. I was dreaming about that. And there's this other part where I had this baby. I don't know. I was trying. Maybe it was reminding me of myself about my pet because I missed my pet, the doggy we had, and I didn't want her to pass away. Seemed like it was a baby though. I don't know. Not sure about that part. Sometimes your dreams you forget a little bit about. You can't remember exactly clearly enough, but some parts you can remember pretty clearly. Anyways, and also I watched a video about the radioactive dust from, I guess, bombs or whatever, those one kinds, that fall out or something like that. You have to watch out for it. Watch out for the dust if it's heading in any area. I know that volcano dust is bad for people too. That ash, it's not good for your health. You can get in your lungs and stuff, and people can die from that. So the effects of radioactive ash, though, I saw they said that it was a video from 1959, and they said that that the really bad effects are vomiting and hair falling out and your skin getting all bruised up all over, like your hands and probably face and wherever. And you don't want it to get in your water. You gotta have food saved up. Something about on a shelter, putting sandbags around your windows and things in your house, or finding it really inside the room, away from everything, or if you have a basement, to go in there. I don't have a basement. And like about having 2 weeks of food stored up. I don't think you're supposed to go outside in the dust. I was wondering about pets, like, what are you gonna do about, like, if you have a dog that has to use the bathroom? Most people take their dogs outside, but I guess they'd have to let it go inside and just pick it up somehow. You have to have a place for your waste and using the bathroom, and I don't know, it's so complicated. Talked about have flashlights. Some of the stuff's normal emergency stuff. Batteries, radios, something to sleep with. How can you fit all that in a small room though? And some people even have enough money to build their own shelters in their backyard, underground, but it has to be really, really way down there. And I would get claustrophobic down there. I would feel very claustrophobic. What if it rained and you want rain to get down there? I don't know. I thought about how I'd miss the sun and outside air and smell of nature and birds. What about the wild animals? I mean, farm animals, if they have a a farm to go into, they'd have to hurry and get their animals inside so they'd be protected somewhat too. But the thing is, you'd have to like get out to or leave enough food for them to eat. I mean, you'd have to get back over to them every day probably and take care of the animals if you had that to do that, because they need to take care of it every day, more than once a day. Um, let's see. And then there was like watching, you might be able to see the nasty radioactive dust coming. It looks like snow kind of, but it's ash, and you have to hurry up and get inside and get down to a basement or inside the house or whatever. And if you're driving, you're not even near your house. You're supposed to find some building to go into, but there's some places that are locked you can't get into. And like then you're in there and you still have to go back to your shelter place or wherever. You have to get there somehow because you can't just stay in some business or some farm that nobody wants you on anyway. So like it's private property. There's a lot of things you have to think about. And most time people just have like fire dust coming down. You have to just wear a mask and so you don't breathe it in and stuff. I guess they'd have to wear masks and stuff if you have to go outside. Emergency crews would probably have to wear masks and all these uniforms over their flesh, like their body, and I don't know if they would have breathing any oxygen tanks or what, so they wouldn't breathe the radioactive air. I don't know. It's kind of, I know they'd have their instruments, but who knows if those people would be safe either. I hope no things happen to the. I mean, some people think it might, and some people aren't. They're just not sure because of how. I think for some reason they think the president's gonna do a bad deal or something over there in the Middle East, and it'll make God upset because of that land. Not supposed to divide it or something like that, and I don't know. Just thought I'd come on here and talk about it a little bit, about the things that are happening right now. Oh, and I was reading a little story of the Chicken Soup for the Soul book, and this one story was about a kid that this lady was a teacher, and it's about her being a teacher and teaching kids, and one that stood out to her. And then later, he passed away because he had to go in the Vietnam War or something. And like, I think it might. I wonder if these are from true stories, possibly. Anyways, she had done exercise with the kids, and they wrote things on paper, and they treasured it. And when they were older, when she went to that funeral, all the other kids they came to his funeral also because they were students that knew him also. They had saved their papers, a little exercise they did with their teacher, and so it was really special. So because it helped them to learn to get along with each other and not fight. And now, later on, after that, I took a break and I went back to that same book. I opened to some random page like I did the first one, and it said something about I am a teacher. It was like a little saying thing about, what kinds of things you do as a teacher. I was thinking how we are teachers and all of us are learning from each other, basically. So, I don't know. That's all I have for now on today's July 13th, 2022, Wednesday. Okay, bye.